he can trust the sharks because they mean him no harm. Mm-hmm. And at that point, a bull shark bites him on the back of the heel, rips out a rather large piece of muscle off the back of his leg, and if he'd been staying there, he probably would have bled to death. But his friend was there. They got him off onto the shore, and they got him to a hospital in short order.
Thankfully.
They mean no harm. Wait, what? What was that I heard? Oh, wait, I mean you no harm, huh? Get out of my face.
Well, the thing is that, again, bull sharks are unpredictable and they tend to be aggressive. Now, this story, a lot of people seem to think it's the basis for the book and the movie Jaws. But Peter Benchley denies it, and he's denied it anytime it's ever been brought up. He does reference these attacks in Jaws. In fact, in the movie at one point, when Brody is talking about, when Chief Brody is trying to explain what's going on, he mentions that it happened before in 1916 in Jersey. Mm-hmm. So the attacks are referenced, and Benchley has referenced these attacks in other books, but he says the book is not based off of those attacks.
Well, and I think that the fiction comes from all different places, and so, well, I mean, obviously he's taking some references from that. The two stories don't really resemble each other at all outside of shark attacks. So
right. Amity is a small beach community. All the attacks happen in a bay or an inlet. Yeah, no, it's right. The Matawan Creek was special. Well, I don't know, special, but it certainly taught America that sharks could not be trusted. Mm-hmm. And to this day, there is a pall of fear over this country that makes people
in general.
Yeah, that makes people afraid of sharks in general. So, my opinion, if you ask me for it, I'm going to say bull sharks are responsible for these. Because bull sharks are aggressive. Bull sharks are known to latch on to someone and not let go until they get what they want. But, I mean, it's not... And that comes across as like the species is evil. They're going to bite you and then hold on forever. It's just the bull shark's way. It's how they hunt for food.
Right.
I've got food in my mouth. I'm not letting go till I get a piece.
Right.
End of that. So you can struggle all you want. I am getting food in my face. Now, there are people that will swear that it's got to be the great white because the great white was found with human remains. But there is also some suggestion that possibly the guy that caught the great white shoved the remains into his stomach somehow, which he might have been able to do if he'd taxidermied a shark or two before.
Well, yep, fair enough.
So, and again, we know the remains were of someone who was deceased before the shark ate them. Probably because, less screaming and hitting with oars.
Yeah.
Dead people are far less likely to hit you with an oar.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, it's never once happened to me.
I mean, a dead Mexican mother bound to hit you with a chancla, even if you don't do something that bad. Like, you're just like, God darn it, I gotta be on my chest. Excuse me, what did my son say? Get out of here!
Actually, okay, we're going to have to stop for a moment. I forgot that we need to have a word for our sponsors. And since we're heading towards the end of this thing, probably best if we take a short break here, bring in our sponsors, and then head towards the ending.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
So here you go. A word from our sponsors. All right. So, the aftermath, as I said, was mostly that after that point, we knew that that sharks could eat people. And that was the time at which the American populace picked up the phrase man-eating shark.
Well, sure.
Which really isn't a thing, but for a long while we thought it was. In fact, there used to be a theory, and it's still in the movie Jaws, about rogue sharks. Sharks that, for whatever reason, are having trouble feeding. And so they feed on humans because, well, humans in the water don't move as fast as fish and other things that were born to be in the water.
Yep.
Now, they don't believe that anymore for the most part. They have since come to the conclusion that most shark bites are test bites. That a shark is going, "What are you? I'm going to bite you to find out if you're edible." And it does, and then it spits you out because, as we understand it, most sharks think humans taste terrible.
Right. I know a person that has a shark bite. However, I am not going to name names because that is their thing. They are still living. I am not going to put out anybody's names. You know who you are.
But so that is the current theory, is that sharks test their world with their teeth, which makes a certain amount of sense. Because, and the problem is, if it's a big shark, like a great white,
Those some serious teeth.
Yep, and it is big enough that...
That's one heck of a hickey.
Yeah. Exactly. So...
What? What do you love?
The expression your dad got on his face when I made that comment was just...
One heck of a hickey. Yeah, no, it's funny. And without America going through that fear, it wouldn't have led to movies like Jaws. It wouldn't have led to movies like Sharknado. No, they're not in the same plane, but they both come from the same area.
Gotcha.
So, your thoughts on the case, Krysta?
My thoughts are, yes, I do sort of believe it is a bull shark, because I don't think any random shark would just be like, human? I ain't letting you go. But, here's my thing. For God's sake, please do not go hitting the shark with the oar unless it has attacked you.
Or is attacking someone else, because that Buskirk guy tried to help Stan Fisher a lot. He's like, "Shit, the shark's biting you. Hit you with a stick. Hit you with a stick. Go away." And eventually it did, but that's good stick hitting. The lifeguard who went, "Shark, by the rope, I'm going to hit you with a stick." No, bad lifeguard. Don't hit the shark with a stick when it's not doing anything.
The shark isn't doing anything. If it wasn't already aggravated, you just aggravated it. You just aggravated it, maybe even more than it was already aggravated. And now it's going to eat you. And that is your fault.
Your thoughts, my love. Here's to you, my little love, with breaths from above, let the day begin. Oh, sorry.
I stay out of the ocean because there are hungry things that live in it, which are bigger than me.
And I'm of the same opinion, because if you look at any flyover on the beaches of Florida, you'll see all these bathers, and in between them, you'll see all these sharks.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't want to be near a shark I don't see. I don't want to be near a shark I can see. If I see a shark, I want it to be in a nice cage where it can't get me.
It doesn't have to be in a cage, but maybe on the other side of glass, away from me.
Yes.
To me, that's a cage.
Okay.
It can't bite me because there is an obstacle in the way. Therefore, I can look at it and go, God, that's scary. But it can't touch me. Yay for impunity.
Manatee. I like manatees.
I like manatees too, but there was never a 1916 series of manatee attacks.
No, there wasn't, because they're mostly harmless. They just get killed a lot.
And I guess I will end with this for myself. Sharks have always fascinated me, but it's that sense that they are somehow evil, right? It's the thing that makes you watch Shark Night or any other, or 47 Meters Down or any of these other movies. But I've watched enough Shark Week to know that Shark Weeks in general aren't the bad guy. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a perfect storm. You had hungry bull sharks with lots of ocean swimmers. And I think that's what led to these attacks. Yeah. I don't know if it's all the same bull shark. Probably not. But I'm going to say I think it was bull sharks, and I think they were hungry, and I think there were a lot of people in the water in New Jersey in 1916.
Probably so.
And if, the people from the Jersey show want to protect Americans, they can go hang out in the water and protect us from shark attacks. You hear that, Snooki? That goes for all of you.
I think you maybe shouldn't be calling out. There may be people who listen to our show who may be fans of these random reality stars that you're calling out. Maybe that's not the best idea.
Maybe I'm just trying to be funny.
Okay, but here's the thing. It can offend other people. You have to keep that in mind. People have feelings.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Since when?
When was the last time I did something you didn't like?
Every Tuesday.
Didn't give you a hug.
Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Every day.
You find a way to do something I don't like. I'm kidding. I love you, Krysta. You're fine. So I guess this is the point where we say our goodbyes. Because here's the thing. Scientists who know about this argue, go round and round in circles about the shark or sharks responsible. Mm-hmm. Many of them feel the great white is because one was caught with human remains in his stomach. I think of great whites, though, as a mostly ocean-going species that, while yes, it does, you do find them in the ocean around New York, you do find them in the ocean around California. They're oceanic species, and they're not hunting near shore for the most part. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but that's just how I see it. I think it's got to be a bull shark, which will hunt virtually anywhere. Mm-hmm. So to our listeners, thank you very much for listening. Please let us know what you think. Let us know if you're a big fan of sharks, if you're scared of them, whatever. Let us know what you think. Also, I want to thank Bill Barrett, who did our theme music.
Yay, thank you, Bill.
Aaron Gnurk, who does our local promotion. Jerry Pauley, who does our national promotion at this point. Thank you very much, Jerry.
Thank you.
Paige Elmore, who does our logo art. Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. We love you.
And then make sure you check us out on Instagram. I'm Boogeyman KC, and then there's Family Plot Krysta Cat.
Yeah.
Check us out on Twitter, plot_family, Boogeyman KC, F Crystalline, and Family Plot Laura Mom.
I think it's Fam Plot Mom Laura.
Fan Plot Mom Laura. Okay, sorry. Join our Facebook group and support us through Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. And join us next week for our investigation into the Scape Ore Swamp Monster.
A swamp monster?
Yep. You know who else investigated the Scape Ore Swamp Monster?